Hello, welcome back to Scholar and Sage. We're going to talk about the types of cards that are in the game. And we're first going to start off with wealth cards. And wealth cards are these yellow cards right here. And wealth cards are similar to currency and during the action phase of the game can be saved to a player's treasury to be spent immediately, or they can be saved for later use. Once saved to the treasury, wealth can be spent during any player's action phase. A player can use a wealth card to activate an action card, or a card specified special action, or activate a character. Once spent, wealth are placed in the discard pile. Some wealth cards can be played as a special action, and we've laid one out here as an example. And once a wealth card is saved to the treasury, its special action is gone for the rest of the game. A wealth card's value is in the upper left-hand corner, and in this case, it's worth 1. And in this case, where it's arable, it's a wealth, and a special action allows it to be played either as a wealth or a resource card. Next, we have action cards, and these action cards have the red around the barrier. Action cards have a special action, and that is the special actions in red. And it's used to change or modify other cards, player actions, or game features. Action cards are played directly from the player's hand. And then next, we have character cards. Characters are blue. They have the blue outline. And character cards are used to attack other players or to defend against attacks from other players. A character's attack and defense value, respectively, are in the upper left-hand corner. And in this case, if you're looking at Barbarian, it has an attack of 2 and a defense of 2. Typically, wealth must be spent to activate a character from a player's hand. To attack, defend, or carry out various functions, a character must be in supply. And to be in supply, a character must have attached the required number of resources. The required wealth and resource cost for a character is up in the upper right-hand corner. So in this case, for Barbarian, it takes 2 resources to keep it in supply, and it takes 2 wealth to activate it initially. So once you activate it by paying 2 wealth, then you have to play 2 resources to the character, and then it's in full supply for the rest of the game until those conditions no longer exist. A character may be brought into play through the expenditure of wealth and brought into supply on the same turn or a later turn through the play of resources from the resource area or through a special action. And we'll get into those features a little bit later. A character out of supply is considered neutralized, and it cannot attack, defend, play any special ability, or make a free move. Each character can attack once during its player's action phase and defend once during each opponent's action phase. A character's defense can never go below 0, and some characters have a special ability which is indicated in red and remains with the character. Characters with a special ability that require expenditure of resources draw these resource cards from the resource area. And then last, we want to talk about resource cards. Resource cards must first be played to the resource area to be activated as a resource. From there, they can be used as a subsequent turn or on a subsequent turn to supply a character. A resource can also be played from a player's hand during the action phase using what's termed a contrast strike against an opponent's resource that's already in play. Some resource cards can be played as a special action, and that is, again, we've had one down here as an example. It has the special action in red. Once a resource card is played as a resource, its special action is gone for the rest of the game. And it can only come back if, by chance, once it's discarded, the discard pile gets reshuffled. And in which case, if it's drawn again, the resource card's special ability is able to be used again. And For clarification, a resource card's value is in its upper left-hand corner. And in this case, and for this card, the resource is 1. For this card right here, which is ambidextrous, which is a great word, its value is 2 resources, or it can also be played as a wealth card. And I hope that helps.